This video is about the functionality of our federal government. This is going to be a big picture of how I think it does function rather than how it's supposed to function. Okay, we're going to start out with the president. Then we're going to add the CIA. The CIA is mainly the covert operations both abroad and at home. You all are very familiar with them. They made the news of Vietnam through just recently, and they were the ones that threw this election. The CIA is part of the shadow government that started in 1947 after World War II. Okay? Then we add the government. Notice that the line has been drawn from the CIA to the government, signifying that the CIA controls the government. It does this by different forms of coercion, things like the body count and so on and so forth. Now we've added a bubble to ISIS. ISIS is, as you know, a terror organization that was put together under the Bush and Obama administrations by our shadow government / CIA. The Russians stopped it a little bit in Syria, but we still have it, and it's worldwide, and it's our government that started it. The media and education. This is where the propaganda comes that conditions us to go along with what the government says. Even the TV, it actually hypnotizes us. The new HD format actually hypnotizes us. So what they say goes into our self-conscious automatically, and eventually that becomes our soul / morality. Education, same thing. All these programs, ending now with Common Core, nothing more than government propaganda. Now adding the U.S. public. This is where we are, we the people. This is actually the majority of power in the United States, theoretically, but we don't use it. We've been duped for so long, we have no idea what's going on. Now adding a line from our we the people up to voting, back to our government. So we were supposed to be in charge, and notice it doesn't go anywhere. This doesn't happen because of voter fraud. It happens because they can manipulate the system in such a way that we think it's for real. Now for our federal taxes. They don't go to the government, although that's the line drawn. I've heard anywhere from they go to the Fed to pay the interest or to the Crown. Who knows? Who cares? All we know is that the $20 trillion debt is way beyond paying. And what's really disappointing to me is the fact that we continue to support this. We have to quit cooperating. We don't need to buy their products. We're paying for the propaganda. That newscast, that's fake news. We're paying for it. How dumb is that? Just unbelievable. Now I've added the committee of 300 above this. This is 300 families that supposedly run the world. I've seen other charts where the committee of 300 is directed by the Crown, and then above that, the Vatican. So, if I knew for sure what was going on up there, I wouldn't be making this video. I'd be on a body count list somewhere. Note, there are no lines to the President of the United States. That's because he basically is only operating as a liaison in between the shadow government, including the corporations. I didn't draw bubbles to them. So the President is a liaison in between the shadow government, we the people, and foreign governments. Like on his trip to the Middle East, obviously he had made some arrangements with these corporations beforehand that he could go peddle that to Saudi Arabia.